So we are actually running low on inventory, which is not, I guess it's a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing. So this is basically it. These are project pieces. This is some stuff that I have. There's project pieces. So I don't have a ton of inventory right now. You know, we cleaned out, decided what we needed to sell that wasn't selling. So yeah, we do not have a ton of inventory right now. And so in my outdoor / booth, I've done like a 50% off on summer stuff that just was not selling. But yes, y'all, we need to go to an auction and get some goods. So we're headed to a auction in Tecumseh, Michigan, which is about 45 minutes from our house. We've been to the J&M auctions before. This is one where they do box lots where like, okay, you buy this box, it's ×4, whatever he's deciding to group together. So you're usually not a lot of times buying one single item. So we are going to head over because we are in desperate need of inventory. Not for everything, for eBay, for our 3 retail booths. Our booths are looking really empty. Knock on wood, it's been a good couple selling months. So we need to get some stock. So yes, it's Chris and I headed off to find some treasures. I hope there are a lot to be found because, like I said, we are in desperate need. So we're looking for everything and anything, furniture, makeovers, smalls. Chris is looking for tools because his tools have been selling. So wish us luck. I think Chris was just thinking of all the things that we need to do. There's always a to-do list. Oh man, was there some good treasures at this auction. So this is an auction house. So they actually cleaned out starting to clean out a 97-year-old that just passed her estate that's been empty for 5 years, I think they said. So there is lots of treasures from her estate. Plus other people do bring things in, but the main of it is the 97-year-old's farmhouse estate auction stuff. So there are some beautiful treasures, y'all. Yes, one of our booths, I kind of have it as a seasonal. So right now it was outdoor and some of the outdoor stuff wasn't selling. So end of the season I was marking stuff 50% off. But there are some treasures in this pile that would be treasures I would sell all year long. And I really wanted to get my hands on these chairs, but one broke during the time of the auction that somebody sat on, so we passed on that. But oh my gosh, look at this beautiful cast iron bird bath. If you know anything about auctions, it's good to come early, check stuff out, because like this orb, the star orb that I love, I've sold before, it was broken and needed to be welded back together.
Forks with it. He left the bucket with it, which I would leave the bucket, but I would have never left the forks with it.
No.
I would have never left.
That's what they had laying around outside, so let's go into the inside. I thought that maybe this was an ironstone piece. It might have been, but I wasn't really familiar with it. I always love anything metal and little critters. And then this is where I say he always has box lots and he will sell things in multiple. So you buy like one of those vases here, but you'd actually buy all four different prices, you know, 4 of the same price. So ×4, 1 × 4. Anyway, that's just how he does this. I wasn't sure. I have had a few collectors of these, but they're a little bit bigger in size. Yes, I tell you, I just, you know, it's funny how your eye is just, out of all the stuff that's there, your eye's just drawn to the stuff that you like. It just takes you right there. And then look at that flower frog in the middle of all the glass. I almost didn't even look there. Beautiful. That tall lantern is everything. I love black crows, that cast iron. Oh my gosh, that cast iron cat is everything. I really would like to get my hands on one of these weather vanes. Oh my gosh, so many good treasures. She must have had a chicken collection, but it's not the chickens I'm after today. It is these swans, and then we were told that this accidentally got broke. My heart broke. My heart was just broken. Now, none of the swans are wooden. They are all resin. So that's just a different, of course, it's a different material. It's a heavier material. Some of the chickens are paper mache and balsam wood, but do you see this pair? Oh my gosh, they too are resin, but beautiful. So even though I'm showing you the pictures of the before the auction started, we go 45 minutes early at least, check things out, see what's broken, see what we're interested in. I'm not one of those people that writes anything down by any means. I'm just trying to remember where it is at the time. I don't get that involved. And then, you just mentally have a price that you know that you would go up to it if you see it resell, if you know you have a clientele that buys from you that it's resellable, if you want to decorate it in your own house, if it's something I can make, I can fix, I can make over. Yes, that is a Jim Shores, I believe. That it was so cool. But they were having internet problems. So they kept disconnecting internet during the auction time. So an auction that started at 10 should have been done by no later than 2. We were there till 6 o'clock at night because there were treasures that we would like to get our hands on, and there were treasures, we were in need of inventory. And luckily, people started to leave because it was just getting to be late in the day.
$350 buyer, 7-0 buy, 7-0. This is an Ethan Allen.
Okay, wonderful auction, y'all. We did come home with some wonderful treasures, not the shop vac. So I'm just going to skim over them because there is a lot. I said we were in desperate need. This is such a cool bird bath. I'm going to clean that up. Got a couple signs. The pig sign came with the Sasquatch, Bigfoot sign. Bigfoot. Chris picked up a couple thermometers. Yes, we got this yummy patina double sink. I'm going to spray that because that green is trying to come off on us, and I love that green. So we're going to use that outdoor defense. Y'all, look at this thing. So we were told it was a pigeon carrier. I was not going to come home with that piece.
Came with chickens.
They came with the chickens and the eggs. It is just a cool, unique piece. So back in the day when they had carrier pigeons. So back in the day, yeah, I know, Chris is so much taller than me. They had carrier pigeons, and that's the age of that piece. So that's what it was for. It was for carrier pigeons. The lady of the estate that was most of the stuff at the estate, she was 97, y'all. So there is a lot of history in some of these pieces. And then I know we're out of the season for cement pieces here in Michigan, but I got that piece for minimal at the end of the auction because it was the world's longest auction today. This is a cast iron it reminds me of a Japanese cricket carrier lantern. I thought it was cool. Go ahead.
There we go.
Chris has always wanted a bell. We finally got our hands on a bell to keep for ourselves. They had a couple of these pieces. I won the bid for the pig. I let the rooster go because I'm like, I'm not going to have two because they are high-priced pieces and you just don't know how long they're going to take to sell.
You got this pig. She got one very similar. It was a cow about a year ago from the same auction. They seem to have them all the time, so I'm sure, you can look at it and you can tell it's a reproduction. It's not vintage, but just the patina that they do on it and stuff just makes it look so cool.
And yes, the cow sold, not fast, but it did sell. For a couple $100, so it was worth the investment. Cool piece of fencing. My favorite, of course, is this. At the end of the auction, I got this. I always forget what they're called. Y'all will tell me down in the comments.
Some kind of an orb.
It's an orb, it spins, and this one is old. This one is old. That patina is not showing up like it should be showing up. So this is a very old piece. That'll be going right into our booth. Chris's favorite piece of the day. I can't believe he got his hands. The smaller little spool cabinets, no, but he in perfect shape. The first one
We don't have to fix it. We don't have to fix this one, which is very nice.
Every other one that he's ever gotten, he had to fix. So I'll share odds and ends of some of the pictures that I got. Just like I said, we got some odds and ends. Desperate need of booth fillers. This baby is for myself. Did you see that clock? I don't remember if I videoed it and shared it in a video. It's like a deconstructed clock. It's for myself. I know I paid $50 for it. It's got that grandfather clock look to it. I just absolutely loved it. I don't know if it's
Might
still...
have to adjust the bell.
It needs a little work, but it's got a lot of dust in there. So you probably all thought I was crazy. I did buy this box of pictures, though most of them are going to be getting donated. So I think I gave $750.
Was it
Yeah,
$750?
I $750 for this whole box, and you probably all thought I was crazy, but it wasn't just pictures. So it had all these little pressed flower pictures in there that are signed. So those are super cool. I mean, $750, there's a whole bunch. Some round ones with some birds. And it actually had these ironstone pieces. I do have a couple of my eBay buyers that are collector of this pattern. So that was awesome. So yes, yep, it's the Meekin. Yeah, I thought it was the Meekin, but I didn't want to say it wrong. So really, I bought it for that, and then that one over there that was hand embroidered. So I'll kind of skim over. We got a fan. I got a little Tiffany reproduction light.
It's actually got a butterfly on the base.
It's got a dragonfly.
Is it a dragonfly?
Dragonfly. I bought a little box because, y'all, it had a butter pat in it. I did pay up on the box. I think I paid $20 on the box, which these resell for $20, but most of this stuff was in there. So it had an old, this is an old scary cat. Paper cat. We are right in the season right now, so that's way worth it. And just little odds and ends. Look at this little cat. Oh my gosh. So little. It's hard to focus in on it. So little.
It's made out of wood.
Yep, this one's wood. An old jack. A little pan. I mean, just odds and ends. And then there was all of these. Oh, are those not too cute? These were in it. This one's broken, but that's perfect to put in.
It actually has a stand, though, came with it.
It's perfect because it's missing its piece, yeah. And then Chris pointed out that it had a stand with it. And another lot I paid minimal for. I noticed it was like $1. I noticed these little Mexican pottery littles. Oh my gosh, I've never seen them so little. And then this book was in with the Mexican pottery birds, and I love old books. So yeah, that was great. And then I bought a lot that had some flower frogs in it. This is like the carnival glass, just a metal, but these three beauties, I don't know if they're just depression glass or if they glow or not. I don't have my light on me. But yeah, just lots of little smalls. Chris took a chance on a jewelry box.
He was selling coins and stuff, and he always, when the guy sells, he sells the coins and the jewelry all in his enclosed case. So I was able to get a few coins. There was a class ring, or there is a class ring in it. It's from 99 or 91.
91.
There's other pieces in here too that we believe are gold. A couple of unicorn earring studs, I'm guessing.
Earrings, yeah. I like the cross necklace. I'd probably keep that.
And we'll have to check this out, but this actually feels heavy. I'm not sure if it's real pearls or not.
Yeah, they're heavy.
And it has the matching earrings with it.
Well, one.
So,
I think it only has one, doesn't it?
No, that's not one.
Yeah, it only has one earring, but they may be pearls.
It's for a pirate.
I did pick up a couple of jadeite bowls. These are actually the Fire King. I try to be picky, not just to get them unmarked, because it seems like ones that are marked sell better. There was a lot that had these vases. So it had these vases in it. It had this one that was in it, this one that was in it, that was in it.
And that's USA.
USA, so I don't know if that's Paul. I've resold similar of the parrot, but this beauty, even without the lid, that's 1800s. You know that is old. I love the crazing on it. It does have a chip, like a little chip on its spout, and when Chris looked it up on eBay, they go for good money if they had the lid, but who cares? It doesn't have the lid. It is beautiful. Another lot, I was actually going for this piece because metal, nice, they sell for me. But then this piece was in there, and a gentleman, you know. So you all know when you go to auctions, there's always that person that knows everything, that's done it since the day they were born, still in diapers, auction, doing antiques. So there was one of them at this auction we've never seen before. He was nice enough, him and his wife were nice enough, but there were just always those people. So he saw that fish, he said, hey, that fish is rare, it's worth a lot of money. They were actually bidding against us for this lot, that box. And he said, look that up, that's like part of the one fish, two fish, blue fish, like Dr. Seuss, and it's never signed. So if you look at the bottom, it's not a signed piece. And it's actually, it reminds me of like a piranha, almost. It is a very rare, apparently it's a very rare McCoy piece. So he said it's probably valued at $75, and I'm like, okay, you know, or whatever. Y'all, I did pop online. I looked it up on eBay. They sell for, he's wrong. They don't sell for $75. They sell for $225. So there's only one listed right now, and then they're asking like $295, and the other 4 that are sold out, pop up the picture. Had all sold over the 200 mark. So I think I gave $15 for the box, and I was really just going, there was some other nice odds and ends in there, but I was going for that mouse. Okay.
Heartbreaker of the auction.
So this was listed, it was shown in the original pictures, and y'all know I have a swan, duck, bird addiction. So the gentleman, when they were doing something.
So when poor Tom, one of the guys that helps the auctioneer, when he was moving this out of the lady's house, he broke it. He grabbed it by the neck, and it slipped off somehow and cracked the front. And that's all we could see because it was on top of a big cabinet. And it came with all the pieces, supposedly, in this bag. And we thought, we can probably fix it. Then when we got it down from the cabinet, you can see on the back side it's missing a big piece.
So here's the dilemma. It's broken. It's like a resin, so it's not really a wood. So would you have bought it, or would you have left it behind? So as fixers, I knew that we were up to the challenge if it would go cheap enough. $5. I gave $5 for it, and I wasn't sure what Chris was going to say because I was buying a little bit too much at the time when he was taking things out, and he knew I wanted to get the swans if possible. But for $5, at least we can take the chance. So look for that video on the other channel. I don't know when it will take place, but we will definitely be giving this a makeover, and I love the patina of it, and I don't know if we're going to be able to match it, but for $5 we will take the chance. I love that screw mechanism in the bottom of it, which actually keeps it upright to make it level, and it screws into
the neck
and the head. So I don't know if we're able to remove that to work on that bottom piece or not, but I think Bondo during this project would be our friend. So yeah, so I did get a couple other metal pieces, a little primitive crow. I love this little vase. I love that patina. I had to pay up for some of the pieces because, there's other people that want them. And then, yes, I did get this pair sold separately, but the auction was taking forever. I'll explain later, but the auction was taking forever. Internet problems. But $15 a piece because I think, 1, there wasn't enough people left at the auction, and 2, they're not the prettiest of colors. So, and they're resin. And I don't know, y'all, if I can ship those because as resin, they'd be heavy, they would be huge. So some other pieces, this is like there's some kind of premium, and it's not what the picture was. It's how they matted it and they framed it. I really can't see the date on it, but I just thought the set of 4 was really neat, of course, because it has animals. You got sheep, you got a dog, you got a cow, you got a primitive house. Yeah, and then the back of it, I definitely, I wish it was dated, but you can see the age of it. And so this is just, these were in that lot of...
The red box.
The red box. They were in the red box.
Heavy red box.
So I have to look those up. I don't know anything about any. She must have traveled a lot. I thought these blue lanterns were that patina is awesome. That color is awesome. A little cubby box. Y'all know that I'm a sucker for cubby boxes and wooden boxes and beautiful framed mirrors. So we'll finish up here. I did buy this. Look at how tall this candelabra is. It is massive because those swans are massive. Paint this up black. Would this not be gorgeous on somebody's farmhouse table? And it's metal. It's metal. The mechanism that you can shift it is really cool. So that was my envision. I'm not really a fan of that brown color personally. And I know that brown color rusts through white, so it's going black. I can't believe nobody wanted this cloche. Look at how big this cloche is. She still had, I'm going to be careful, she still had a $95 price tag on the cloche. And I was wrong at one of the auctions we went to. I thought a cloche went for $75, and then Chris corrected me after the video showed, and it went for
$225.
$225. So, yeah. And then a beautiful cheese box that nobody wanted for a couple bucks. You know, I love to do decor in those. So we'll just skim over the bits and pieces. Chris got an old toolbox, a vise. I've always wanted some of these locker baskets. I just love numbers and letters.
And they hold license plates.
And apparently they hold license plates, but I'll let him share some of his tools.
There weren't a lot of vintage tools at this auction. There were a lot of new tools, but not vintage ones. There was this nice Stanley 2-foot plank or level that was there. Here's an old billy stick that came with a spindle that I thought Yvonne would want. A lot of times he does. You're buying the pair. We do have some extra supplies now for the shop, and it is funny because Yvonne was just saying the other day that she needed more steel wool, and she bought a bunch off Amazon, and now we've got more. In this also, there were some old brushes, and we can always use those around the workshop. And I will be building some more cabinets that are on rollers, so we were able to pick up this box. I think I paid maybe $5 or $10 for it. Each one of these are $6, so that's a good score. Some old things. I did buy this. So I did get this. I bought this special. We have a bunch of the folding 7-foot or 6-foot sticks. And then there are some 2-foot. I've never seen one that's only 1 foot long though. And then it's got a micro adjuster here. So this might actually stay with my antique collection because like I said, I've never seen one that small.
And I forgot to share this with you. This has stayed in my collection. Let me see if oh, there we go. It's a metal flower frog with some beautiful green patina. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I'm hoarding on it for a little while. Sorry, y'all. And this butter press, I don't know if it's missing its metal, but I loved that age. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Just a gorgeous piece. So I did not video how empty our booths were, but I did video after we got them restocked, and I could actually still use some more stock. Sometimes you just really like to overfill it, especially since we're still in the season. If I had not shared with you, I bought one of the cubby boxes from my friend Joanne's store when she was closing. I love it. I was hoping to sell some of her candles. I'm still working on it from the company that only sells in certain areas. I'm working on selling those candles, which are my favorite. But yes, my walls were empty. I need to make some more. Those paper wreaths, y'all, that I make for music sheets just sell. So I need to do a video coming soon making some of those. So yeah, I love to have lots of littles. You know, it's really good if you have items that are under $20, you know, that grab and go kind of thing. And, you know, you don't know, you're just waiting for that right buyer to come in. And there's pieces like this. Do I paint it? Do I not paint it? That salvaged piece. Do I paint these arches? You know, if they sit long enough, I can always bring them home and paint them. And I'm sure y'all see some project pieces that I've done and that are sitting, and you're like, well, maybe you should make that over. Or, you know, you're just waiting for that right buyer to come in, and there's only so much time in the day. So yes, I still love this display that we got at a Goodwill for $20. It has fit in to display our vintage goods, and made over goods just wonderfully. I did do a couple repaints of some white pumpkins to get a little bit of holiday in there. I don't go crazy on holiday because I can't say because of Hobby Lobby, it doesn't really sell all that well in a retail booth. So this is my second booth. This is the second booth that we had. I said I still have a few pieces that are 50% off, but this is the booth that was almost like completely empty. But we kind of use it as a seasonal booth. So I still have some more wall decor that I want to bring in for this booth. Only reason that paper wreath is left is probably I need to paint the frame. And if I would have painted that frame on a video, somebody would yell at me for ruining a good antique. It's just funny how that happens. And then this is our third booth that is in our on the antique side of the mall. On the mall, there's a craft side and an antique side, and this is the antique side. But we actually moved the one hutch into the second booth. We had Chris's tool display butted up against, so you couldn't really, it wasn't inviting. It was kind of tucked, hidden, and we had been hoping to have him move it like this. We were hoping the hutch sold, but it didn't. We just had to move it. He wanted to get his cabinet in there, the quicker you get something in there, the hopes that you can make your money back, recoup your money back. And I love having the glass display on the antique side. More people are looking for stuff like that on the antique side than looking for it on the craft side.